I feel paralyzed. Now I know it's over. I see you passing by, hand in hand, with your perfect light. My body, a ghost town, feels like someone cut out my tongue. I didn't know a heart could die this young. Oh, and now when I look in your eyes, I feel paralyzed.
Alright, hello, welcome back everybody. We're here, we got another day of Rocket League. It's going to be a fun one today. As you can see by the title, we finally have another name up there instead of ASU Inferno, so it's going to be someone different finally playing on stream today. And we've got the ASU Inferno team. Sorry, I don't know if I misspoke earlier, but we've seen Sun Devils play many times on this stream before, Patrick, Epsky, and Lux, and we finally got ASU Inferno up on the stream, so that's going to be a fun one for sure. And this is going to be their debut match as a team entirely. They haven't played in a competitive game yet. This is their first match for PlayFly. As you can see, it's week number 1 for the Open Plus division. So this is going to be a fun one. Like I said, it should be very good to watch, and I'm excited to see whether or not these guys are going to instantly click, or if it is going to take time to get stuff sorted. Because obviously sometimes it does take that little bit of extra time to make sure that we get stuff figured out as a team, and chemistry is obviously something very important to get worked out. But I'll go ahead and introduce our teams here. As you can see, we've got ASU Inferno, and this is the first time you'll see this logo up here. I don't remember where we got it from, but we got it from somewhere, and they told us to use it, so here we are. We've got a nice little Sun Devil, as you can see. It looks pretty cool. And on ASU Inferno, we have team captain Curly Fries, 2 Trippy, and Coach Tay. So all 3 of these, Curly Fries has been playing on a couple different ASU teams, so has Coach Tay in the past. And 2 Trippy is new to the scene, so we're excited to have all of these guys playing for us this semester. And it's definitely going to be a fun couple of leagues that these guys are going to be playing in. We have as well CRL over the weekend, so it'll be good to watch them start playing in some more competition. So we've got on the other side the Colorado School of Mines, and it's going to be the roster of Mr. Polynomial, Darth, and Agonistic. This is what I pulled from the website. This may be correct, it may be incorrect, I have no clue. We'll see when people just show up into the private match if that's right or not. So yeah, I think I've sent them the lobby information, so as soon as we get these players in ready to go, we'll get the game started for you guys here in a second. But as I mentioned, this is obviously ASU Inferno's first true test as a team. They've obviously been practicing before and have had a couple scrimmages, a couple ranked sessions, and in Rocket League specifically, when you have literally just a small team of 3 players compared to most other esports, obviously you're going to want to give as much time to build that team chemistry between 3 people as strongly as you can, because team chemistry is very important for winning in this game mode. Obviously, 3v3 is a very is a less played game mode than 2v2, but it is still the most popular choice for Rocket League competition, and that's because it's very fast-paced and it allows teams to fully get the chemistry they need, but also have all the proper rotations that they need to make sure that they've got you know, everyone in the right place for the entire game. So we should have teams joining here in a sec. I'll go ahead and say that we're good to go, and I think teams are finally joining, so we should be ready to play now. And yeah, looks good to me. So I'll go ahead and switch it over to the screen. Like I said, ASU Inferno taking on Colorado School of Mines. The first game for ASU Inferno in competition for PlayFly, Open Plus, and this should be a fun game for sure. Off the bat, we've got Coach Tay trying to get an air dribble past the defense. Darth Elmo, low boost, keeps it away. So Darth Elmo, I'm assuming, is Darth. We've got Mr. Polynomial, and then I think someone else is on the pitch somewhere. Agonistics on the other side, obviously. So I did get the rosters correct. That's good. And as you can see, kind of a bit of a slow start from both teams, just trying to get the team chemistry locked in. Especially, you know, I feel like it takes a little bit of time to get your car warm and to also know where you need to be on the pitch. So these guys are taking their time here. Good pass up towards Mr. Polynomial, who's almost able to put that down. Tay is going to keep it away for now. Tay's doing a very good job so far of playing that midfield possession, and in Rocket League you really kind of want to keep that midfield presence, because if you kind of give up the ball in too many scenarios, there's just going to be no way to come back into the game. A good save between Curly and 2Trippy there. Tay is still doing a good job keeping it out. Might be a shot for Agonistic, who puts it wide. And so far, ASU Inferno on the back foot as far as defense goes. They're doing a good job to keep it out. 2Trippy might even have a breakaway here. Can he get a 50 against Agonistic? Couldn't quite get there in time. Gonna pass it into the middle. Miss from Darth Elmo gives Tay a chance to score ASU Inferno's first goal of the season, and putting themselves up into the lead in game number 1. A great pass over there from 2Trippy. Managed to pop it over that defender on the wall, and Tay is right there to receive it. Very well played all around from the entire offense there. And like I said, that came about because of the midfield presence and because of the counter attack. 2Trippy kind of got that breakaway on offense, and you know, when the defense becomes awkward, it's going to become a goal, almost guaranteed, especially in this high level of play. Good pass into midfield from Darth, and Tay, barely gets that one out of the way. Looked a little awkward there for him for a second, as he looked like he was facing backwards, but still managed to do what he needed to do. Curly may have an open net. He does, and a good save. I said it was open, but the defense managed to get back very quickly there for Colorado School of Mines, and they keep it out for the time being. Curly gets it out into the midfield again. 2Trippy there to receive it. Tay has plenty of boost, plenty of time. He's going to try and get something up in the air here. Mr. Polynomial meets him with no boost off that backboard. 2Trippy just seems to be faster than everyone right now on the pitch, beating out the entire defense as he hits the ball. Curly looked for a redirect of his own, and a good touch from Darth Elmo. 2Trippy's last on defense, and Agonistic is going to force it through. It looked like just a little bit too spread out there from ASU as Curly ran out of boost. Tay couldn't get a touch there, and Agonistic, off that pass from Darth, is going to get the first goal for Colorado School of Mines. They answer back pretty quickly with just under 3 minutes to play. And like I said, I think this is going to be a very good test for ASU Inferno to start off. Not a slouch of a team at all in Colorado. So they should have their work cut out for them, but it shouldn't be super challenging. Good touch there from Trippy to try and get it through. It's not going to be like an impossible game, but this is already turning out to be a very good series, so I'm excited to see what happens. 2Trippy may have a chance on offense here, just kind of grounds it a little bit harmlessly, and the ball is going to bounce around a little bit before Agonistic able to clear it. Colorado School of Mines so far doing a very good job on defense, keeping out those touches from ASU. Good save there from Curly Fries. And as much defense as Colorado is playing well, so is the ASU Inferno team as they keep the ball once again out of their net. Agonistic, no boost, does get a touch over though. Curly chooses to go for the boost instead of the ball there. May come back to cost his team as luckily his teammates are there to back him up, but you know, sometimes you don't want to go boost over a ball, but I think he just has the confidence in his team to make sure that they're going to be there in time to help him out. 2Trippy cutting that off in the midfield. Maybe one more great touch from 2Trippy, looking incredibly speedy. Oh, Curly couldn't read that miss from the defender, and the ball is going to stay on the blue half as they clear it. And I would love to see more out of 2Trippy. I mean, he's already doing such a great job at beating all of these defenders. And we always know that when there's that, you know, very quick offensive player, that's kind of the ASU style. We see Ebsky do it all the time for the Sun Devils. And it may give 2Trippy an opportunity here off the crossbar. Curly is going to go for this. Couldn't win that 50. But like I said, I think 2Trippy has the mechanical potential for sure in him to be that kind of striker for the team. And we'll see if he can take that role as his teammates are very solidly behind him. After those first couple goals in the first 2 minutes of the game, we haven't seen much out of either team yet. There's been a couple chances, but few and far between for the time being. Mr. Polynomial may give his team a chance here. Agonistic puts it wide. Mr. Polynomial challenges that again. The ball is so far not going in. It's looking awkward though, and a bump between the ASU Inferno players. Darth Elmo is going to put it through. And it just looked really unfortunate positioning here for Inferno. 2Trippy didn't have boost, and he may not have expected Curly to get to that. And Colorado School of Mines takes a 2-1 lead. Still under a minute to play, which is plenty of time to score one goal if needed. Oh, and especially when a team bump comes out like that from Colorado. Good touch from Curly to get it over to Tay. Tay looking midfield, couldn't get it there in time. 2Trippy up onto the ceiling, gets a good touch. May end up leaving it for a teammate here. He does. Curly gets through to save it from Colorado. The rotations have got to be awkward now. Inferno's got to take advantage while there's no boost on the side of Colorado. A nice read off the backboard there from Mr. Polynomial to keep it out for now. 2Trippy still low on boost, but still on this ball, doing a great job to get his teammate an opportunity. That was Curly over there with the shot in the side. Couldn't get it through. Still, ASU looks like they are absolutely the aggressor right now, trying to get the ball through the net. And there's a good demo from 2Trippy to open it up wide for Coach Tay to come through and slot that one right into the back of the net. There's the answer with 13 seconds to go. Great demo, great awareness there from 2Trippy to see that defender off the backboard. And Tay puts it right through to put ASU right back into this game. We may be going to overtime unless something can happen here. Curly has a chance to make it happen. Good touch. It's going to waterfall down. Darth reads it well. 5 seconds left. Tay may have the last offensive opportunity of this game, and he does get a good touch into the middle. It's slightly off target. No one's there to follow it up. We go to overtime in game number 1. So far, ASU Inferno with all of the momentum after that quick goal, and then especially looking like in those last couple seconds of regular time, they may have even had another chance to score. They're looking much faster, but it may fall apart. There's a good touch from Agonistic. These 50s from Colorado have been really good so far, beating out ASU players pretty regularly. That's just something to keep in mind for the Inferno team. Good save off the backboard from 2Trippy. 2 did go though, and Tay is going to stay in net to keep this out. Good touch from Curly. Tay's going to help him out. Light touch over. Darth is going to take possession. 2Trippy always there in front of the, or right behind the ball to get that challenge. And he's still on this one, trying to force it through to the midfield. Counterattack potential maybe for Colorado, but Tay shuts it down quick. Curly now up in the air, chooses to go low, leaving it for his teammate. Tay couldn't get there in time. No bump for Curly as the ball is now going to go back over to the orange half, unless 2Trippy cuts it off well, and he does. Still a lot more boost conservation being played in overtime, as teams will typically do. There's a miss though, and that might be an open net. 2Trippy is going to take advantage. And after 1 minute and 7 seconds of overtime, ASU Inferno getting their first game win. And that's just an unfortunate error from Colorado School of Mines to let that one through, especially in an overtime scenario. I know the nerves can get to you, but you never want to let that happen. And going into game number 2, I think ASU definitely has all of the momentum, scoring 2 back-to-back. And it's been really a lot better from their team. At least for the last minute of that game, it looked like they were very consistently playing around each other, getting good rotations, everything really. They're doing a much better job now of, you know, making sure that they're able to get their teammates the best opportunities to get the goals. I almost joined ASU. I'm not a player. I was. I'm not playing right now though. Into game number 2, like I said, the Inferno with most of the momentum. We'll have to see if they can capitalize on it here. Agonistic so far been pretty quiet for Colorado School of Mines. We've seen a lot out of Mr. Polynomial and out of Darth, giving themselves offensive chances, but we're going to need to see a little bit more from that third man in order to step up and try and win the series. Oh, great read from there on the backboard. Tay drops it right over to 2Trippy, and that's just awareness and knowledge of the game that comes after getting a lot of playing experience. And Coach Tay, he's an expert at that. He's going to put that right in the midfield for 2Trippy. ASU Inferno, just like last game, get that 1-goal lead off of a great team play on offense. We'll see this time if they can hold it though and not let Colorado get back into this game, as that the middle portion of the game is kind of what turned out to be detrimental for ASU Inferno, as they kind of let their guard down a little bit. A little aerial play between Two Trippy and Curly as they try to get a team play. I respect the idea. It didn't quite work out there though. Two Trippy doesn't have boost, still able to get it away from Agonistic, who has not been producing as much on offense as I'm sure he would have hoped and his team would have hoped. Maybe a redirect opportunity for Tay. That's right off the right side of the net. And that one, almost a great shot into the back of the net. Oh, and Curly looking for a blooper set of his own. ASU Inferno looking really confident now. They're going for all types of solo plays and, you know, just kind of messing around with the ball, which I totally respect and keep that confidence. Can't overcommit on defense though, as the ball does get past the entire line. Darth is going to challenge this. They're still looking completely solid though, even within the defensive rotations, so it shouldn't be too big of an issue. Another clear should come out here from Curly. Finds his teammate as well. Tay jumped a little early. He's going to have to go back for this one. Taking his time, pops it over the defender as well. Oh, Curly got bumped as he looked to try and follow up that touch. But unfortunately for him, he kind of ran into some resistance. Good challenge there from Two Trippy to keep it away from Mr. Polynomial, who still manages to get back to that. Curly has plenty of boost though, and he will get this out. So far, very well played from ASU Inferno. They picked up the pace a ton from game number 1. And like I said, sometimes it just takes that little bit of warming up to make sure that, you know, your nerves are calmed and that you have a very good chance of winning the series. And I think that's what ASU Inferno kind of just discussed. Darth Elmo going to continue on this ball. Can't get another touch there. Colorado School of Mines having good offensive ideas, but the execution fizzles out pretty much whenever they get onto that orange half, which for them so far has kind of been the unfortunate aspect of their offensive game, is kind of not finishing those opportunities. Maybe a chance now for Darth though. Gets it midfield, and this might not be a great read from Two Trippy as it pops up. 3 have to go for ASU to keep that one out of the net. It may be awkward, low on boost, and no one's in net yet. Two Trippy comes across to keep that one out. Another chance for Darth to keep this middle. Curly's gonna have to get it clear. Well played from ASU to stay solid rotationally and not overcommit on any of those challenges or double commit. Curly cuts out 2 people as well. This attack from Colorado has pretty much gone awry entirely. There's another 50 from Tay. He's going to keep it midfield. And Agonistic may have messed up his teammate there as he takes it back. Pass midfield for Two Trippy. Tay's going to try and backflip. Ball is going to fall back to Curly though. He's going to take control over into the corner. Should get it past 1 here. Great 15. That is going very quickly towards the blue net. Oh, and Mr. Polynomial with the whiff. That might not be good. Agonistic's going to save him. And as I was watching that go towards their net, I was like, surely he hits this, right? And then just an inkling of a doubt came into my mind. And then we saw him miss that. So that was almost a very unfortunate goal to concede for Colorado. And Tay is just beating the entire defense again. Two Trippy will put this through. Great team play. Curly to Tay to Two Trippy on the offensive half. ASU Inferno finally looking like their team plays are clicking. And it should be pretty easy to continue this way throughout the rest of the series, and maybe even 3-0 sweep for the first series in competition. That would be great. For now though, you just got to focus on winning game 2. Still a minute to play, over a minute as well. And you know, you kind of want to, in this scenario where you're up 2 goals, I would suggest, you know, probably keeping the foot on the gas pedal, not kind of falling into a defensive rotation, because you still want to do what's been working, which has been playing very aggressive, keeping that, you know, good rotational mindset in, but not ever letting up. And I don't think Curly looks like he wants to lay up there, as himself and Tay almost got a 50 into that blue net again. A miss from Agonistic. It's just looking like Colorado doesn't have an answer right now to all of these chances that ASU Inferno are putting up, and they're forcing out a lot of defensive mistakes. And Tay's going to get it through most of the defense. Curly's going to finish it out. Great dribble there from Tay on the sidewall, taking every touch perfectly in order to get this one into the middle. And well done on no boost as well, and just no defense left for Colorado after he kind of went through them all. And ASU Inferno probably putting the nail in the coffin there with goal number 3. Shutting out Colorado in this game would be a great idea and a great opportunity for them, as Colorado will have gone probably almost, how long has it been? It's been almost 6 or 7 minutes since they've scored in this series, and to keep a team scoreless is a great idea, especially to, you know, kill their momentum. But as we count down the clock, 10 seconds remaining, ASU Inferno, like I said, looking much more confident on the team play aspect. Almost one more going through for 2Trippy as Curly will take the ball back to his own side. Game number 2 going to ASU Inferno, looking much more confident in that game than they did in game number 1. And I think if they keep that up for game number 3, it should be a 3-0 sweep, but we'll have to wait and see into this next game. All right, into game number 3. And for Colorado School of Mines, at least, I'm kind of looking for Agnostic to start creating some more opportunities for their team. Mr. Polynomial and Darth have been doing a pretty decent job so far, but it kind of fizzled out after game number 1. And that may be their only chance of getting back into this game. 2Trippy just looks like he is way too fast for the other team to handle right now. So he gets another 50 there to put it onto the blue half, looking for a redirect. It's kind of styling a little bit now, I respect it. Gotta clip farm somehow. A miss from Mr. Polynomial. Curly is gonna try and get this over to 2Trippy. He's cut off quickly by Darth though. Tay up onto the ceiling. What can Tay do with plenty of boost in the tank? Didn't get a reset there. He still is gonna force it through. Curly gets a chance, popping it up, looking for a double tap, but there is a defender on the backboard. There in time to keep that ball away. 2Trippy just has no fear going for any of these balls, and he's just beating out the defense entirely every time he goes. The demo on the back line should relieve some of that pressure, and 2Trippy may even get a counterattack goal as he just bangs it towards the net. And as much as Colorado School of Mines hates to see those demo goals happen, ASU Inferno loves any sort of goal that can come their way, and that's just smart from 2Trippy to get that demolition, recognize that the defense rotations are going to be all messed up, and he just bangs it towards the net and gets a free one to go with a minute into the game. Tay up on the ball now, couldn't aerial it past the defense, the first line there, but a great shot there from 2Trippy to keep the defense on their toes. Curly doesn't have much boost or good positioning, so he will pop back to defend this one instead. Ball finally kind of looking threatening towards the orange net, but just as soon as it looked like it may have been a chance, it's cleared out, and Tay is going to give himself another opportunity with the 50 underneath the defense. And Tay just absolutely mind games Darth Elmo here as he just takes it completely under him and uses all of his boost to make sure that the ball is going to continue its forward trajectory towards the net. And Tay, I think he's doing a fantastic job putting in these consistent goals. 2Trippy may be one of the quicker players on the team. Tay is looking fantastic as well, doing exactly what he needs to do to get ASU Inferno all of the opportunities and capitalizing on them. And there's some sort of rule 1 going on here. I don't know what's happening between Curly and Darth Elmo as they're kind of bumping each other near the net, and Agnostic is going to put one through for Colorado School of Mines. I kind of want to see what happened here. Let's see if I can get a point of view of one of these cars on the... Yeah, they're just kind of... Darth is kind of just in Curly's way there, which is a little funny, as he just got in the way of the defense. And they're laughing about it in chat, as you should. A goal finally coming through for Colorado School of Mines. Maybe not how they would have expected to see one, but goal is a goal nonetheless. Tay is going to look to try and answer for ASU Inferno. 2Trippy couldn't quite get a touch on that, as 3 players for Colorado School of Mines all back towards that ball. They are able to carry it up for the time being. Center pass over to 2Trippy, who didn't look prepared for it, but that's okay. He's still going to get it clear there. Tay's going to challenge this one. He's given an open opportunity. He's going to go for the double tap instead. He almost makes contact there, and it just looks like no defense there, and I respect the idea to go for the double tap, as 2Trippy is going to put on the easy goal right after that. And it just looks like Colorado just is not up to the pace of play that ASU Inferno is bringing, especially in games 2 and 3 so far have been much better. And the game is definitely, the game and the series are definitely starting to run away from Colorado. Tay looking for his teammate. Darth cuts that off quickly too. He may even get a 50 in the net. Almost managed to get that through. Had he been a little bit more patient, he might have gotten a chance. Instead, ASU Inferno escapes that one narrowly. Ball should be cleared out here eventually. Curly doesn't have the boost to do so. He is going to stay upfield though and gets a pass over to his teammate. No one is there though in the midfield, waiting instead to play for time. Tay's going to cut this off. Not enough boost to follow it up. Mr. Polynomial giving himself a chance finally in the air. Everyone from Colorado on the ball, and it just looked a little awkward in net there from, I believe that was Too Trippy. Couldn't really get the touch he wanted. That was Curly, never mind. Curly he had the boost, just didn't have the angle on the ball, and Darth Elmo gonna bring Colorado back within one. So we still have a game on our hands here. As I think this isn't really a case of ASU Inferno falling a little bit, behind, but I think Colorado's finally stepped up the pace of play. See if ASU can prove to them that it is too little too late though, as they still have a minute and a half to extend their lead or hold on to this one. Curly looking midfield, isn't going to get there. Too Trippy should have a chance now. He does kind of boom it over to the backboard, gives away possession temporarily at least. Tay's going to take it right back. Awkward read here from Mr. Polynomial, he does well. Curly there again, these rotations from ASU Inferno looking immaculate pretty much. And there's still 2 players positioned back to keep this one out. Too Trippy's going to take his time, bangs it out finally. Gets it past Agnostic as well, who ended up missing that one. Curly looking for the underneath beat, just like Tay earlier in this match. A little bit quick from ASU Inferno, and the counterattack almost gave him a chance, or gave Colorado a chance rather. Too Trippy looking to get a bump here on the last defender. Couldn't get there. Great midfield pass. Curly is going to turn off of that. Very smart there, as he recognized Darth may have beaten him to that ball. Instead, he's going to choose to play defense, as ASU Inferno still holding on to a 1-goal lead. 30 seconds to play. Running out of time here for Colorado School of Mines, who finally looked like they may have gotten themselves back into this game. And time now ticking away for them to equalize. Great demo there from Curly to keep that midfield cleared. Under 10 seconds to go. Colorado School of Mines needs an answer here. Otherwise, ASU Inferno, with this clear and with ball possession, may end up solidifying their first series win in collegiate competition. Too Trippy puts it to the ground. ASU Inferno 3-0 over Colorado School of Mines. And a well-rounded team performance there from the 3 of them to get that quality win. GG's in the chat, of course, as I think we kind of all saw that one coming, but nevertheless, still a fun one to watch, as we did kind of see ASU Inferno turn it around, especially after game number 1, which looked a little shaky, kind of just getting their feet wet, making sure that they're used to what it feels like to play in a collegiate environment, and I think they kind of locked it in right after that. And well done to them to make sure that their team chemistry was on point and they got that win. So yeah, that's going to be the only game we have today. We did have one other one scheduled, which ended up being rescheduled, unfortunately. So that's going to be it for today. But we do have, before you go ahead and click off, we do have a couple other matches that you are going to want to watch. So we do have ASU Inferno playing again over this weekend. I'm not sure if we can get a stream going for that. I will check. If we can't, I will make sure to try and send the bracket over somewhere for everyone to take a look at. It's going to be actually, I'll just pull it up right now. It's going to be the CRL Open Tournament #1 for the fall 2024 semester. So CRL, Collegiate Rocket League, is kind of the biggest league that we have as an opportunity for collegiate teams to play in a very much more competitive environment than some of these smaller leagues. So there's the bracket for that. On Saturday when they start playing at 10 a.m. Pacific time, you can go ahead and take a look at Open Tournament #1 and check out ASU Inferno's path, as well as ASU Sun Devils. If you're new to the stream, we have another team as well, Patrick, Ebsky, and Lux, who have been playing in multiple different leagues. You can check out the VODs for those on our channel. They will also be playing in CRL on Saturday and hopefully Sunday for both of these teams. If you do well enough, you do make it to a second day of competition. So if we don't get a stream up for that, I know I will be unfortunately busy. It is football game day here at ASU, so I've got obligations. But yeah, if we don't get a stream up for that, don't forget to follow along right there with that bracket. And we'll have more PlayFly games for ASU Sun Devils, some CCS as well, and for ASU Inferno PlayFly again next week. So make sure to stay tuned for that. We should have those games Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, not Mondays and Wednesdays pretty much, but we'll get those games up at some point. So until then, that's been it for today. Again, congratulations to ASU Inferno getting their first ever series win, and well done to them to, like I said, get that well-rounded team chemistry going, and I think they're going to have plenty more wins in their future. But for now, that's going to be it for me for today. So make sure to stay hydrated, do your homework, have a good night, and we will see you soon.